a lot has happened, okay? A lot has happened. But all good things, in the words of Olaf. And I'm just here to testify about what the Lord has done. I don't believe that anything he does for us is just for us. And so I'm here to do my job. And yeah, April 18th, 2026, I got married. And this video is basically about how the Lord provided a wedding for my husband and I, and just the discipline, the faith, the favor that was involved. And this is going to be a thorough video because you have the wedding planning aspect, you have the faith aspect, you have the relationship aspect. And yeah, so bear with me. And I pray that this like expands your brain about like what God can really do, what he's willing to do for his children. And just that it draws you closer and closer to him and increases your hunger and thirst for him and all of that, okay? I want to start by saying that the Lord let me know very early on, like so I got engaged in May of last year. And as soon as I was out my days of like, wow, I'm engaged, and we started planning, I immediately knew like this day is God's day. Like this is his day. And really because you are not only making a covenant, if you're Christians, by the way, you're not only making a covenant between you two, but also with the Lord. Like he is in it. And whatever belongs to the Lord, he sustains. All of him is there. Because of this, I knew that our wedding day wouldn't just be like, oh yeah, it's just a day about us. Like I knew that his hand was going to be on every aspect of the day, and surely it was. And so this video, I want to get into like how everything happened, how everything went down, like what I was feeling, what we were going through, what was happening, because you know, God is supernatural. It's just what he does. So I'm gonna get into that. We don't have any debt, period, but this wedding didn't put us in debt. Our wedding is completely paid off. We didn't use any credit cards, just favor. It was Jesus. Just a little background. For those who know me, they know that my walk, I've always been required to believe for something impossible. That's just how my life is always, like my life with Jesus, that's how it's always been. And so I knew that like when it came to this wedding, okay, it was going to be another glory story. Okay. I knew because that's just how he does. And I believe it's to draw us closer to him. It's not for no reason. But yeah, like I just knew, and the wedding was just one of those things. And my husband, knowing my walk, knowing who I am, we got saved together. So he's been here from the beginning, you know, of me coming to Jesus. So he already knew. He knew what he was in for, okay? He knew what he was in for. So, when we began planning, I was asking the Lord what to do, because there's many kind of weddings. There's many things you can do to celebrate. I honestly didn't care about celebrating at all at one point. I was just like, let's just get married. I was just looking forward to being settled and to just living life with my best friend. Like that's all, you know, yeah. But when I was in prayer, two things had came to mind. The first being, we needed to have a space where the people that have raised us, the people that love us, the people who are genuine community, the people that do life with us could celebrate with us. And then two, we knew that our future union was worth celebrating. To give a little background on us, we got saved together in November of 2020. And ever since then, it's our walks are so interconnected. Just how we came to the Lord, and the Lord has done a lot of redemptive work in our relationship. And so we knew that our story was so worth celebrating. And it's interesting because before this, only a few people really knew about, you know, the things that we've experienced, really knew about, you know, our dynamic. But it was like the Lord just wanted to, I don't know. I think he just wanted people to be able to witness him in the midst of us. And it was beautiful. It worked out. So with all that being said, we decided to have a regular wedding. So we had no money. So the first thing I'm asking the Lord is, okay, so how are we going to do this? Like, how is this going to work out? I don't advise doing this, but I was not the most prepared. Okay. Like people kept asking like, what's your budget? And you know, I didn't know know what was normal. I didn't know what to really, I didn't know. I had a client that had just got married, and she ended up sending me an outline of all the stuff that she had, all the stuff that she got her bridesmaids, all the stuff that the people she had to call, the things she had to make sure were done. She was like, girl, if you need anything, let me know. She was like, hit me up. I was hitting her up, asking her questions. She was emailing people for me, getting quotes. It was like, God, like what? Like, why would I have a client? So she was helping me and encouraging me and praying for me. She was a believer as well. So first vendor, I remember I was at a gathering with one of my good friends, and we had went out to brunch after this gathering. And, it was like a good amount of people at the table. I didn't really know most of them well. But my friend, she was like, randomly, Kennedy's getting married. And I'm like, these people do not care. But I remember this beautiful woman sitting right across from me at the table. She was like, oh, you're getting married. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, me and my husband, we're a DJ and MC. So if you need one, we're here. And I'm like, okay, cool. And basically, we ended up talking, and they blessed us. They had one price, but chopped it for us, chopped it down. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Our caterer. I was in prayer one day, and I was asking the Lord, I said, Lord, I need a caterer, but I need favor to come with it. Because the food, the decor, and the venue probably be the most expensive ones, okay? And so I asked him, I said, Lord, I just need favor, okay? I just need favor. And when I asked him, he showed me this woman's face. And she was one of my clients from like a few years ago. And I hadn't talked to her in that time. So I was like, oh, and I didn't even know I still had her number. But when I hit her up, but she was like, of course I remember you. I would be honored to cook for your wedding. And she just worked with us. We were able to get everything that we wanted and more, actually. It is so beautiful working with believers, because even if you guys don't know each other personally, there's a certain connection you guys have because you both love the Lord. And so there's like an interpersonal aspect that is just such a blessing, and it is just so much comfort there. There's just so much it's beautiful. And so that's what I had with a lot of our vendors, most of our vendors, actually. Like when I was talking to our caterer, she'd be like, I'm praying for your union. I'm praying that you don't get anxiety, that you continue to surrender it to the Lord, that it's just going to be a beautiful, like she was praying for us. And that meant more than anything she could offer physically. The decor, that was the only thing I was worried about, because I'm not a DIY girl. And at first I was like, nah, like we gonna put these flowers together and we gonna But I was like, you know what? I ain't built for this. Like, I realized, like, I'm looking at the TikToks. I'm like, yeah, I ain't built for that. I ain't built for that. So I was asking the Lord to give us favor on who we went with decor. So the next day, I'm scrolling on TikTok. I see this man, and his decor is amazing. And I'm like, dang, I mean, we can't afford none of this, but I'm gonna hit him up. I did like okay, we need this. And then once I knew who, Warren did all the contact, like he kept in contact with them. He made sure things was locked in, all that stuff. So he hit them up, and we had both actually talked to him the first time. And we were on the phone, and he goes, yeah, it's just something about you guys. Like there's just a light that you guys have. And I usually do it for this price, but I'm gonna do it for this. Every time favor like that came our way, I wanted to cry, because it was a reminder that, yeah, this is his day. Like anything he wants to happen, how he wants it to go down, is gonna go down that way. And I'm just tears, just tears. Our venue, we got extra time, and it was just certain things that it was just like, okay, Lord, like you are with us. You are with us. And I think also me not being so indecisive the way that I can be sometimes, it helped a lot too, because once I saw that like his favor was here, I was just like, we just gonna do it and we're gonna see what happens. You like, okay, everything's gonna be fine. And when I say mine, I really mean our, because me and my baby, we worked together. It was a team effort, okay? So even down to my dress, there was so much about wedding planning that I did not know. When I had finally went to look for my dress, I was actually at the brink. Like I was like, if I waited like a month and a half, it would have been too late. Like my dress probably wouldn't have come on time, like if I would have ordered it from a boutique. And so I didn't know that. So I come and everyone mentioned it. Everyone mentioned how it was crunch time and all that, but everything worked out perfect. It was only one day that I took. I scheduled only like 3 appointments at bridal shops. And the very first one I went to, I tried on my dress, and that was the only dress that I tried on where my brain took me to our venue. And I knew, like, this is my dress. Like, this is the dress. There was one runner up. It was gorgeous. But at the end of the day, like, I knew, like, my brain was settled on, okay, that's my dress. The bridesmaids, it was the same process. I didn't know that it was crunch time. Like I said, I did no research. I don't recommend that, but that was just my story, and I'm being honest about my story. But I ended up getting an appointment right before the cutoff when it would have been too late to order dresses. And we did like a custom color. I needed purple, okay, but a specific deep purple, okay? But it was perfect. Like it ended up working out throughout the process. Like when I got upset or when I started to, because there were so many times, and my best friend can tell you, where I would call her and be like, I don't think this is gonna work out. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. I don't know if the Lord's gonna provide. I don't know. But it was always little confirmations that reminded me, like, no, baby, this isn't even about you. Like, this is about what glory he will get from him doing his big one. And so all you need to do is submit, surrender, sit back and watch him bless you. My best friend, my community, like they just believed with me. Also during that time, my engagement season was really hard as well. Like we were bumping heads and the temptation was worse than it has ever been in my entire whole life. But the Lord kept us. Like he kept us. We had accountability. We were strengthened. People was praying for us. Praise God. Our living situation got worked out right on time. And we've received so much favor with that. Right at the brink. Like I finished moving in the day before the wedding. And then right after the wedding, Warren got an opportunity for a job. Ephesians 3:20. And I'll just leave it at that. One of the most beautiful confirmations that I received on our wedding day was the day before, and in the video that I recorded right before walking down the aisle, I kept saying to myself, God is worth trusting. Like this whole thing taught me that God is worth trusting, that he means what he says, and he's always going to do what he says. He's worth trusting. And while we were on the altar, our pastor was led to sing, "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus." Now, this is funny for 2 reasons. Obviously, because of what I was already saying, and I knew the Lord was hearing me like, yeah, daughter, you're right. I am worth trusting. And then also, though, because I don't like hymns. I knew that was the Lord, because any other time I would have been like, but it was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect. It spoke to exactly how my spirit was feeling when everything had came to pass, when I saw it. I am just so grateful to Jesus because he really provided a place for us to live. He provided a wedding. It took sacrifice. We had to save. We had help from our family, but we paid the majority of our wedding. We had discipline, but we're in an even better place after. And so to say that we still have no debt, to say that we're fine. It's just even more that he's been doing. And we have everything that we need. We have everything we need. Like it didn't just stop with the wedding. It didn't start with the wedding. It literally was just enhanced. We are so grateful. We're grateful to our community. And I think another big thing that I've learned from this is that in the world, achieving things yourself, achieving things without any help, achieving things, just on your own is looked at as we take pride in that, right? Like we take pride in not needing people. We take pride in like accomplishing things and, we got it out the mud. But God didn't design his people to live like that. He designed us to need each other. He designed us to live lives so interconnected that we just give to one another, and it's just a never-ending cycle of generosity. If you look at Acts, that is a lot of how that community was set up. And I think the Lord gave us a perfect picture of that, just the support that we have in general. It isn't a flex to go through hell and high water just to get something that doesn't go with you when you die. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's just not. I think what the flex really is living a life for Jesus and experiencing a life with a rest in the Lord, where you do your part, you surrender, you abide in him, and you watch Jesus take care of you. I believe that's the life he designed us to live. And yeah, that was our story. This isn't a no works at all. This isn't a no discipline. That's not what I'm saying. It cost us in order to have what the Lord wanted for us. But in that cost, we saw the Lord. And speaking of that never-ending cycle, now we're put in the position to be able to do the same for our family, for our community. I ain't putting nobody wedding, but you know what I mean. That is what it's all about. It's about others. That is pretty much it. Everyday life now is just so much more joy. It's so much more light. I feel more stable, like calm. My spirit feels like quiet and at peace. I'm really happy. Yeah, I know that's because of God. It's not because of me. It's because of him. You know, I'm a Jesus girl, so I'm always be like, you know, God got this, God that, God this, got that. And that's just because I do not think I'm that good. Like, I do not think that I'm that smart. I don't think that I'm that nice. I don't think that I'm not anything to be where I am today. Alexa, stop. Oh, she's on mute. Overall, I want to thank my family and my community. I love y'all with everything in me. Oh my gosh, like, I have the best community. I have the best people that I do life with. They're all so special, and that is exactly what God wants for everyone. My last wedding planning, like, tips and stuff, make it yours. Like, do what you want to do. Like, don't do anything just because it's traditional or just because someone else did it or just because it seems right. Like, no, we didn't have a flower girl, we didn't have a ring bearer, we didn't do cake cutting because we don't eat cake. Do what you want to do. It is your day, and trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge the Lord, and he will direct your paths. Yeah, that's all. Bye.